looked in the mirror after I did my makeup, y'all, and I was like, girl, look at your eyebrows growing and thriving without no man. My eyebrows was suffering when I had a man. Like,
Nani na na na, top girl from Atlanta. Nani na na na, Nani, you a star girl. You will have it all. Booking flights around the world. Na na na, na na na. Oh, Nani, you a star girl. You will have it all. Go ahead and show it off. Na na, Nani, Nani, na na na.
hey beaches, it's Nani, and today's video is going to be a sushi and boy talk video. I got some sushi. I'm actually getting ready to go to work in a little bit, but I was like, I need to sit and talk to you guys for a little bit before I get going. I also got me some fried rice. This plain AF fried rice. It's literally like the plainest ever. I meant to go grab my sriracha, but now it's in the other room and I don't feel like going to get it. It is good though. I'm just gonna bring it to work with me. So I wanted to do a video talking to you guys because I haven't done like a really sit down and talk video or like any sort of chill video recently. So I was like, I need to do a video talking to you guys just casually about life. And I figure, why not talk about boys? Because that is my favorite thing to talk about. So I'm gonna have a glass of water with my food. I'm trying to like not drink as much soda as I normally would be drinking. I also just bought these glasses. I'm gonna link them down to Amazon for these because these are so stinking cute. I got them and they come with like a shorter version. These glasses are freaking cute. I'll also link the chopsticks because I have a chopstick pack from, I think, off of Amazon too. So I figure I want to talk to you guys about boys and I got some sushi. And I just feel like it's good timing to have boy talk and a little bit of sushi. So I want to talk to you guys kind of about my mindset and where I've been lately. I'm just going to add a little bit of soy sauce on my sushi. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for this. Also, I'm using one hand and I didn't feel like setting up a table or something. So this is what's happening right now. I don't really feel like dipping it because I don't have much time. I got salmon sushi, freaking love salmon sushi, and then I got spicy tuna rolls and California rolls. They hitting. I really want to talk to you guys though about boys and boy talk because, like I said, it's my favorite thing to talk about. But also, I just feel like my mindset this year has changed so much from previous years and what I am wanting and looking for in a guy. Yeah, I just feel like the previous years, I'm gonna hold my sushi up so you guys can see. The previous years that I have been, I guess, dating, I have always been boy crazy. Like, I'm talking like I have been wanting to be married and have kids since I was like 16, which is insane. Like, but it's for real. That's like my real life, what I wanted for myself. It is so good. I have always wanted to be married. I always wanted to be married. I really just feel like I'm gonna be a good wife. I really do find that in a relationship, I'm super selfless. I'm always putting my partner first. They have a dream. I'm willing to like invest all of my own money to make it happen. Like, I really do feel like I have been a good girlfriend in the past. I have never, ever, ever in my life, guys. And it's so funny because I was gonna previously record a like boy talk video. And when I recorded it, I was like, oh, I've had all but one ex come back. Even that ex came back, y'all. In the time from that video to this one. I never uploaded the other one, but yeah, I just feel like I've always had guys come back after our relationship and be like, dang, like you really were a good girl or you really were a good girlfriend. And for the first time in my entire life, guys, I am 28 years old, about to be 29. I really feel like I could give less than an F about having a boyfriend or having a man right now. I've had so many guys come out of the woodwork, like wanting to talk to me, wanting to date me recently, and I just don't, it's not that I don't have it in me, but I just don't mentally have the capability of putting somebody first other than myself at this current moment. For all of my life, I've always put my partner first and I've always been dating. I've always since my young 20s have been in and out of relationships. I've literally been like dating someone, out of a relationship, in a new one in like a couple months. Like I've never had a genuine break. And my last 2 relationships, really, as I'm getting into my older 20s, I have not jumped straight from relationship to relationship. I've had 2 years in between each relationship that I've had now. I really do want something substantial, and I feel like because I am so focused on my YouTube again for the first time in years, I am so focused on that, and I'm working on a business right now. Like I am trying so hard to focus on myself that for the first time I've been like, oh, I do not need a distraction or like need somebody else to take my attention off of these things. And it is such a powerful place to be in, guys, to have so much confidence and so much like love and self-love for yourself that you're like, I do not need to be in a relationship at all. Like I have never been here, and it is a good spot to be in, for real. I'm gonna eat one of these spicy tuna rolls. I'm gonna eat ginger, this freaking pickled ginger. I love pickled ginger. I don't know why I always choose when I'm gonna be busy to do videos, but it's just the life I live. So I don't edit my own videos anymore because no. That one is good. Oh, and the pickled ginger is really sweet. It's really sweet today. So yummy. So good. Yeah, I feel like it is such a powerful spot to be in, to be 100% focused on yourself. And no shade to my ex, we have literally no beef. We've actually like mended our issues and we're like cool again. But it's one of those things, like in my last relationship, I remember having a conversation with him, and when I was in that relationship, I got into that relationship right around the time that my YouTube was starting to get very popular. I've mentioned it before. I had videos that hit over 700,000 views. Those videos are private now. If you've been here, you know what the content was. And he was actually, I looked the other day and I was like, there are 3 videos that hit over 50,000 views, and he's in both of them. I was like, oh my God, I'm literally like my last relationship. But yeah, my channel started to get popular, and I stopped filming, not because of him per se, but I stopped filming because a relationship was more important to me than my YouTube channel. I really do feel like, take social media away, strip it away, we all have our real lives. And for me, I know that I want to be married, I want to have kids. So like I wanted to put my relationship first and spend more time and money and everything into that relationship. And I did. And I felt like it was going actually really good. So I really wasn't worried about YouTube. And we ended up having a conversation one day when our relationship started to get like bad. And I was like, I feel like I gave up my dreams for you because I really wanted this relationship to work. And he was like, I wouldn't give my dreams up for anybody. And like it just made it so real for me. And this is like nothing to him, but like I feel like that's kind of a lot of men's mindsets, is like they have goals, and men never let women distract them from their goals. Like most of the time men are like super focused and will like dog a woman real quick like to focus on their goals. And it's something that I've actually grown to respect. I don't think that it's, you know, a bad thing to be selfish. And I think that is the thing that I'm in right now, guys, is that even though I have people offering me like the things that I've always wanted, I feel like it's something in my life right now that is like, Nani, focus on yourself, like focus on, you know, being successful. I am not closed off to love at all, guys. Like if I got into a relationship or started dating somebody that I really felt like this is my husband, or like this is going somewhere, like I would literally like, I wouldn't drop everything now because I've just learned so much over the years, but I definitely would pay more attention to that person. But it's just not my focus right now. Like it is just not my current focus. And I'm so proud of myself. And that's why I wanted to have this like girl talk about like the spot that I am in right now, and relationships in my thought process. I'm gonna eat a California roll. Is that when you spend so much time focused on relationships, and to feel like, I looked in the mirror after I did my makeup, y'all, and I was like, I obviously have foundation and concealer and stuff on. I didn't do my eyebrows, but I was like, I put a little bit of eyebrow gel on. I did not fill in my eyebrows, but I was like, girl, look at your eyebrows growing and thriving without no man. My eyebrows were suffering when I had a man. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really funny because I was just like talking to myself in the mirror. But I'm like, dang, like you really be doing good, skin clear, having no man. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? I really don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've been talking to my friends recently too. And all of my girlfriends, for whatever reason, are having man issues. And I'm talking about my friends that are like, that they were the ones that dog dudes out. I'm like, every girl that I know right now, like at least 5 of my friends, are dealing with some sort of like male issue or man issue. And because I have not been dealing with a man like for real in a minute, I for the first time am not dealing with anything. And I am just so happy like to not be having any issues or man trouble. I definitely have dated, like I've been on dates like in this past year, but I'm not anywhere near being in a relationship, boyfriend or girlfriend relationship. There's definitely like someone I like, but it is not a relationship, or I don't feel like I'm close to a relationship or wanting a relationship right now. But I'm like baby steps. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm dating. Like, can you as a woman, like really sit back and like think of a time where you're like, dang, I was just dating. I wasn't like looking for a relationship or looking for a boyfriend. I was just dating. If you have, I'm proud of you, because why am I just now figuring this out at 29 or about to be 29? I have never just dated. And like, I'm not the type to talk to like multiple dudes at one time. Like, I'm just not that girl. I would much rather talk to one person and build with one person, just because I know when you're building a relationship, you can't have like distractions. And that's why I feel like if I find somebody that I really want to like have that with, I am 100% gonna focus on them. But for it not to be my focus right now, I am just like, I'm just so happy, guys. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm happy. Last year, that was like a month and 2 days ago, I was depressed, guys. In 2022, I was legit dealing with so much depression. Like 2021 and 2022, I was dealing with so much depression, guys. And I never truly admitted it to myself. I did do a video talking about some of my depression, but I never went truly deep into it. But I felt so alone, and I put so much of my value as a woman in a man or being in a relationship or being claimed and being like, why am I not married yet? And for you guys that have like seen my videos and stuff, obviously I was engaged before. Crazy enough, oh my god, this is like a whole nother story, but like I just recently realized that his new like wife, I guess it was his fiance and then became his wife, was watching my videos, guys. I thought that was really interesting. I was engaged before. If you guys watch the story time, it's up, the video's here. Go watch the video if you're that interested. When I was engaged, I really was like so ready to be married, guys. And I put so much of my value around being claimed as a woman and like being able to get the ring. And I know people freak out because they're like, oh my god, I'm getting close to my 30s. I haven't gotten proposed to yet. Like, I'm not gonna end up married. Like, what's gonna happen? That was me. Like, that was me for a really long time. And though that relationship did not work out, I do want to say in that video, I talked so much about what I didn't like or like the bad things, but I truly appreciate him in my life for what he gave me, because he truly treated me so well. Like, in our relationship, he treated me so well. Like, the man bought me nearly everything that I wanted. Like, he was very like conscious of my emotions, conscious of my feelings. Like, he listened to me intensively. Like, I don't think that he was a bad person at all. He was just not my person. And I realized that the longer that we were together. But I put so much value in being claimed as a woman that I realized I was willing to marry somebody in 4 months, guys. 4 months of being with them. Was it 4 months? Yeah, like 4 months of being with somebody, only for it to like, to me in my head think like, if I had gotten married, I would likely be divorced right now. Like, and that is something that hits me so much. And now being about to be 29 years old, about to be at that age, everybody's like, oh my god, I'm not married, don't have kids. Like, I took, you know, my mom telling me don't get pregnant young. Like, I am now 29. It's like way too serious. I am so fine with being by myself, guys. I really truly do feel like it is so funny, because when I was 21 and I would hear people say 30 is the new 20, like, I'd be like, babe, you're not a 20-year-old. Like, I used to literally be thinking that. Like, I hate that people swear their 30s are so amazing that it's like your 20s. Like, no, you're in your 30s, you're not. But I truly do understand now, getting close to 30, what people meant by that is that like in your 20s, you're learning so much about yourself. Like, I literally, my best friend, guys, you've seen Lexi, like my best friend is a lot younger than me. I love her to freaking death. But I think being friends with somebody who's younger than me, I am seeing myself, like she's so much like me, and that's why I love her so much. She's so much like me that I'm like, dang, this is the same stuff I was doing when I was young, like when I was in my 20s. But when you're in your 20s, you're still like, dang, I'm like an adult, you know, like you feel it. But it's also like, we learn so much stuff in our 20s. Like I have conversations with Lexi. I'm like, girl, like, learn, do as I say, not as I did. Like, it was so bad. Like, I feel like I'm learning so much, like, about to be in my 30s. I realized that when people say 30 is the new 20, being in your 30s, you still feel so young. Like, you still have all this vibrance and youngness, and like, but you're so much more mature. You have so much more money to do the things that you would like to do. First off, I was broke as heck in my 20s. I couldn't do anything. I get it now, like, that I feel young. Like, I was like, this summer, I am about to turn up the summer. Like, I'm so excited. In these next couple weeks, guys, I do feel like me changing careers, me focusing on myself and not focusing on relationships, I have accomplished so much just in a little bit of time. It's definitely been a battle, don't get me wrong. I've definitely had my days, but it has been amazing. And I like am thinking about Valentine's Day, guys. Valentine's Day is coming up, and I am going to be in Paris a couple days after Valentine's Day. I switched. I was supposed to be in Lima, Peru, but Lima is currently having protests right now. So I was like, we're not gonna go there. I'm gonna go to Paris, and I have a friend in Paris. So I'm gonna have a little tour guide. I'm gonna do a video for y'all because I'll like have a tour guide. Like, it'll be funny. Like, I have an idea for that video, but I'm going to Paris. Shortly after that, I am gonna be trying to go to Dubai. I'm not gonna say I'm going to Dubai yet because there's just complications with me getting to Dubai. I'm gonna be trying to get to Dubai literally a couple days after Paris. And then at the end of February, I will be going to Sao Paulo, Brazil. So I am just super excited. I think it does have a lot to do with my career of why I am able to do, I guess, more things than an average person will be able to do. I do have a very flexible schedule, probably the most flexible of any job I've ever had in my life ever. I do love this career, guys. I am gonna do a video of my 10-month update. Technically, this is month 11. It's February 2nd. This is month 11, but I'm gonna do a 10-month update because I wrote everything for my 10-month update last month. I'm gonna do that video, and then I'm going to do a year update next month and tell you guys like everything. And we do have like meeting up with people from our class again. I do want to film that. So I'm really, really excited. I'm just so excited about life right now, and I'm so excited about being single, guys. Watch I say that and I'm gonna end up with a man in less than a year. Watch I say that and I'm gonna end up with a man. I just feel like I'll be talking so much crap, but no, I really do. Like, I'm just not focused on it. Like, if it happened, I would be happy, but I just don't see it right now. I just want to have so much fun, guys. I really want to have fun, and I want to enjoy my life. I just wanted to talk to y'all about that because I feel like if you're one of those people that right now you don't have a boyfriend or don't have a man, enjoy it. Because when you have a boyfriend, you're gonna be spending all your money and time with him, and it gets expensive. Having a man, at least for me, it gets expensive. Me and Lexi are actually really, really similar in that aspect that when we're dating someone, we buy them everything. Like, legit buy them everything. And eat another sushi roll. Or salmon roll. Actually, it's not even salmon roll. Salmon sashimi. No, it's nigiri. Salmon nigiri. I want to say that before I go, I want to talk about like some guys that in 2022. I was like, what year are we in? Some guys in 2022 that taught me some very valuable things. I was dating, going on dates with someone from my past. I've known this person for over 8 years. And when I moved to New York, it's the first time that me and that person lived in the same city, which was very, very interesting because we always thought that like it'd be easier if we were closer because we'd been talking since I was young, guys. Like, not young, but like 20, 21. So it's just one of those things where it was like we finally were in a place to date each other in our adult age. And I realized that like, don't always put a fantasy in your head about how a person is, because that situation, though I still love him to death as a person, like I really truly do think whoever he ends up married to is going to be so lucky because he's such a nice guy. He's so sweet. But I do feel like the things that I built up of him over like my young 20s to like my late 20s, it was not who he was as a person. It was what I thought of him that made him, you know, this big idea and fantasy in my head. And I feel like we do that a lot as women, of like, we want a guy to be a certain way, or we want it to turn out a certain way. So you make it in your head like, oh, this is how this guy's gonna be, or this is what he's thinking, and like all this stuff. And nothing happened with us. Like, we didn't end like crazy, but it is one of those things where you can feel like that. And I also have a similar situation. My ex from when I was, again, in my younger 20s, I actually would have like probably ended up married to that person. It was actually the same person that, if you guys did watch my fiance video, or the story about me being engaged, the one that my ex-fiance said that he thought I wanted, which I never really thought that. I was like, that I was not the end all of my relationship for sure, because I definitely would have still married somebody, even him being existing in the world. We hung out recently and saw each other recently, and it was like one of those things that it's so different. We're older, like things are so different when you like talk to someone in your younger 20s and then you're older. Like, you are like night and day. That's why I swear I like talk to people about like people who want to date somebody like being 28, 29, and 30, and you want to talk to somebody who's 20, 21, 22 because they're legal. Those are like two completely different mindsets, guys, like night and day, like the person. And it's another situation of like you are two different people when you are younger versus when you are older, and you have to figure out like, who is that person now in this day and age? Like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like those things like made me think a lot about relationships. So that situation with that guy, both of those are guys like I've known forever, that I like dated again. Yeah, another guy that taught me a really, really big lesson in 2022 was I was talking to this guy and he had just got out of a relationship. And I swear that like, you don't want to think that like you're a rebound to a previous situation, but I definitely feel like I've learned a lesson about dating somebody who is freshly out of a relationship, because I truly, when I look back at that situation, this guy was like my ideal guy, like my type to an absolute T. You guys know I like tall people. He was 6'8", so he was everything, like everything. He was not ready for a relationship, and I still look back at that situation and I was like, I truly still to this day feel like that man loves me. Like I really truly do. Like I really truly do. And I had so many feelings for him. Like I definitely was falling in love with him myself, even in very, very short time. But boy, there are so many things that you look past when you like somebody, and like also like talking to somebody who's freshly out of a relationship. Don't ever do that. I learned my lesson, please, because he was back with that girl off and on the entire time we were talking. So I just feel like all these relationships, like I even met somebody last year that was so sweet to me, like so sweet to me. He was Spanish. He was from New York, like another one of my like types. And he was so nice, but it just got to the point where I was like, oh my God, like I feel like this guy is a little bit possessive, like, and he did not see it. And it was hard because like, I felt like we were really good friends. Like we became really cool first before it was romantic. And then it just like little things started throwing me off, and I ended it. Like I literally was like, I don't really want to talk. I don't really like, don't text me, just all this stuff. And I still feel so bad about that situation, because I really do like wish that we could be friends, because he was so freaking cool. Like just such a good person. It just was not going to work relationship wise for me. I don't know. I just feel like the relationships and dating that I did last year put so much perspective on what I want in the future. I am so clear on the type of person that I will stop my life for. Well, not even stop my life for, because that sounds so bad, but like I know the type of guy now that I would be willing to date. And right now I am not willing to date anybody that is not like going to bring and add something to my life. I don't know. I really, really, really want to say that I'm so happy in being single right now. I'm so happy in the time that I'm getting to learn myself. I have not had much time to like read books and stuff, and I honestly like being on layovers and having this time. I've done so much therapy. I've done so much reading and healing. I realized that I went through a lot of emotional trauma when I was younger, that I didn't realize that I went through, like things that made me feel like I needed attention to be valued from a man. I don't know why I'm about to get emotional about that. Ew. I just feel like there are things that like made me feel like I needed to have a man to have value, and I've learned that those things are not true. I look at myself and I'm like, even more so than ever, I've always thought I was a prize. Like I'm always like, dang, like I am such a bad bitch. But no, I've literally like learned so much about myself that I'm like, you are such an amazing person. And I really do feel like we should all get to the point where we can look in the mirror and be like, I am so good by myself. I am such an amazing woman. Someone would be so lucky to have me, that it's like now when I look at other women and I feel like they're settling, or I feel like they're not truly getting the value of what they're worth as a woman, it actually makes me so disappointed. Like I wish that I could make everyone see the value that I see in myself. Like the way that I look at myself, it's probably uncomfortably healthy. Like it's probably not healthy at all, I mean, because I really truly think I am the best thing in the world. Like I could walk in a room and be in the same room with like a huge celebrity and I'd be like, I'm so better than her. Like I just feel like I'm just like that big-headed about myself, but also I really am a good person, and I've done the healing, I've done, you know, the work, I've done the reading self-help books and self-care, and I'm just in a really good spot in my life. I wanted to have that little boy talk because I'm like, I feel like other women need to hear boy talk, and not in a way of being like, oh my god, we should date and like go do all this stuff, because it's just not what it's cracked up to be, y'all. Like I don't feel like I'm a man hater at all. I've been joking to my friends, I'm like, I'm such a man hater now. He did this, what? I hate him. Like for my friends, guys, but like I truly am just like wanting to be valued. I want the person that I end up with to see me how I see me. That is the biggest thing. You need to like see yourself with value, and when I say that, like I want somebody to see me the way I see myself. Ask yourself the question, how do I see myself right now? Like when you look in the mirror, are you happy? Are you like good with how you are as a person, emotionally, physically? Like, do you like the way you look? Do you like the way that your heart is? Do you like the way that you like move about life? Do you like the spot that you're in life, in your career? I'd say ask yourself those questions. If you're not 100% happy, or you question, those are things that you need to work on for yourself before you're ever in a relationship, because those things are not going to go away when a man's in your life. And even if he values and loves all of those core parts that you don't like, you will still have insecurities and question them. And I feel like when I say like you need to have a man see you the way that you see yourself, is that if you have really, really good self-confidence and you're like, I am the best thing in the world, you will only accept the best. And that does not mean like having a man that's gonna pay for you or like pay your bills or like all that. Like that's not my vibe. But it means that if you see yourself as low value and you're not the greatest thing in the world, and oh, I'm like okay, like I'm not the cutest thing ever, but like I'm okay, then you will be okay with a man coming in and treating you as such, because that's how you feel about yourself. So I feel like because I feel so good and like confident with myself, and I've learned so much about myself, and I am so healed, I'm in such a healed place in my life right now, that I would only accept somebody back that was healed, or only saw somebody back that sees the value that I see in myself, of being like, this is a good girl. Like I do have guys ask me all the time, like, how are you single? Right now it's my choice, so maybe it's just because I don't want nobody, but like it really truly is like you need to see the value in yourself before anybody else can see it. I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling now, but that is today's video. I just wanted to have a little bit of boy talk. I did not even finish my sushi, guys. Look how much sushi I have left. I have so much, but I'm about to go to work, so I'm about to go and get dressed and go to the airport. But I did want to have this little talk with you guys, just to give you guys some love. And if you guys are dealing with some things, like please feel free to DM me about anything that like I talked about in this video that you'd like to talk to me about in private, but definitely comment down in the bottom if you have anything that you want to talk about or comment on that I've said, because I'd love to have like a big girl talk down in the comments, because I would love that. I don't feel like I get much interaction on my like comments recently, but it's so funny because I'm like, I know y'all watching, because when I post my videos about me giving out $20 giveaways when I don't upload, mind y'all, if y'all are not paying attention to my community page, you've already missed out on money. But people comment on there. Y'all comment when y'all want some money money. So I just thought that was funny. But anyway, I love you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. Love you so much.
Small world with big dreams, bad girl with big things. Nani, you the drip queen. Elevate, you're a big deal. Nani na na na, top girl from Atlanta. Nani na na na.